On Sunday evening at Loyal High School, the Board of Directors invited the public for comments regarding a potential all-sports co-op with Greenwood High School. The proposed co-op, already approved by the Greenwood School Board, now moves to Loyal for approval on Wednesday. The idea for co-op is seeking to address declining school enrollment in both communities and low participation levels in some sports. The two communities already pair for cross-country and softball, with a football co-op beginning this fall. The plan needs to be submitted to the WIAA by February 1st for next year's winter sports programs to be playoff eligible. The plan also calls for one athletic director and for home games to be played in both communities. Loyal School Board Director Dennis Roehl invited the attendees to a night of open dialogue.
So we want to have some good dialogue here.
I just want to say that you guys are elected to represent the Loyal community. Greenwood community should have no part in your decision-making skills. This kind of turnout tonight should represent the Loyal community and should actually put thoughts in your mind whether you're making the right decision putting the co-op together. I understand some sports are required or needed to co-op to keep the sport going, but not every sport is.
Thanks for doing this tonight and allowing a little input. But I just want to start off by saying that this really isn't a parent meeting. Many of us have been to parent meetings for different sports, and never before has it been this kind of a venue. We've never had Zaleski Sports recording. This isn't really back and forth dialogue in my book, and maybe this meeting will change. As parents, we've begged, literally, I think we've done a pretty good job if you went back to last meetings, of begging to work with you. We've begged to be involved, we're stakeholders, and now we're getting labeled because we have questions and we wanted this meeting. That really could have been done a long time ago, and I hold you all responsible for that because you're the leaders and you chose not to have a meeting until now.
So that one has been co-op for a significant amount of time, and those kids do ride on a bus, they do travel to Greenwood, to Millsville, and back. About 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back. And I will tell you that it has been a change, obviously, for myself as a parent to have the children traveling, but it works because we make it work as parents.
When I look at the numbers of athletes that would be on most of the teams as combined, I can see that many Loyal athletes will likely be either given less playing time or will never make it onto a varsity team.
As I look as a coach in this, I want more athletes. The more athletes I have, the better I can run practice. When I have 7 boys out for basketball, I can't run 5-on-5. I can't do an offensive. One of the girls who spoke up said, give me 3 reasons why. I think that was really important. And as a board, I think you have to come up with what are 3 reasons why this would be good for your athletes. You have parents here who are thinking the same thing.
That being said, I will support a well-planned, organized co-op if I see it, okay? And at this point, I just feel, again, that this is rushed and a little bit unorganized.
I just fear with that high of numbers, especially in like basketball and volleyball, that the numbers are way too high, that many more kids would just sit on the bench and not get playing time. I think the board handled it fairly well. I was glad that they had this meeting and gave us a chance to speak.
I think it really depends on what level you're coaching. I've been the JV coach to successful programs where my program's left with untalented players. How's that? I've had a varsity program that was, 16-2, and my JV team went 0-19. So I think talent is really the important part, and varsity is where your focus is at, and you want to make the best varsity team, but that doesn't mean that you have the players to make a fully successful program. I like how they brought up Columbus's volleyball team, and super successful, and Kat's done a wonderful job there with those kids, but she has limited numbers, and that's okay, right? So that's a successful program, and you can have a program with hundreds of kids and they don't win anything.
The Loyal School Board meets Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the high school to vote on the cooperative athletic team's timeline. The meeting includes public comments.